Another week, another edition of Sundays with Serby. I get to do my own Q&A with New York Post sports columnist Steve Serby after his weekly Q&A. And this week, Steve caught up with Yankees rookie phenom Luis Gil. Now let's catch up with Steve. Steve, how's it going?
All right. How are you, Dex?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good interview, good Q&A this week with Luis Gil. Got to ask you this, and I got to tell you something before we get started. We can't even get into the questions, okay? You tried to match my energy for this interview. I'm wearing glasses, so you throw on some glasses. I feel like you're copying my style. A little bit of biting here, Steve. That's what I'm saying. You're biting my style. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Well, I always try to copy Dexter Henry's style when I can. So you were totally unfazed by this shot of me.
No.
No reaction at all.
Look, as the people have watched this segment for as long as we've been doing it, you never know what to predict. You can't predict anything with Steve Serby. You never know what to expect. He might pull out some prop. He might pull out a person. All these things have happened on this segment. And Steve, who was not wearing glasses before we started recording, I just want to let the people know, notice that I wore glasses today, which I don't really wear on air, saw me wearing the glasses, and before we introduce Steve, he puts on some glasses. I'm glad I inspired you, though. I'm happy about that.
Well, you look so much like a Professor Henry, that I just happened to have my wife's glasses right on the table next to me.
Wait, they're not even your glasses? They're not
No,
even your prescription?
I can't even see you right now.
Okay, let's not hurt your eyes. Let's take those off.
All right, let me. All right. Ooh. Oh, now I can see you. Very
okay,
nice.
Now you can see me. We can see each other clearly, so now we can go forward with this interview, talk about the great things you talked with Luis Gil about. And Steve, in your interview with Luis Gil, he seemed very humble. That was the perception I got from him when talking about being a star in New York and his star rising right now. How did his humility come across during your conversation, and what do you think that says about his character?
Well, he does not consider himself a star, and I have to give some kudos to Marlon Abreu, the Yankees all-star translator, who does such terrific work with all the Latin players who speak only a little bit of English or no English. Marlon is the go-to guy. He's so professional, does a great job. But anyway, Marlon doesn't consider himself a star. Dexter Henry doesn't consider himself a star. And Luis Gil does not consider himself a star. Look, he looks around his clubhouse, and he's got Juan Soto, and he's got Aaron Judge, and he's got Anthony Volpe, who's on his way to becoming a megastar, Garrett Cole. So he does not consider himself a star so early in his career. Here's a guy that appreciates where he is now and where he's come from. Tommy John surgery in 2022. He had doubts he would ever be the same, never feared his career would be over because he's a man of faith. But that speaks to his character. And so does the fact that he is driven by his 2-year-old daughter, Samantha, trying to make a better life for her. Happy Father's Day to Luis Gil, and happy Father's Day to Dexter Henry.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate the happy Father's Day. I do want to make one correction. You said that I do not consider myself a star, and I respect humility and all that, but I do consider myself a star, Steve. I do. I'm just letting you know. I do consider, and you, as I know you do too. You are a star.
No, I consider you a star. I don't consider myself a star. You consider yourself a star, huh? Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't make me not humble. That just makes me know I'm good at what I do. That's all.
Well, you are good at what you do. You are, and you have every reason to believe you're a star.
Thank you.
Because all of your viewers believe you're a star.
You know what? But here's the thing: if you don't believe that you're a star, nobody else is going. So why not? You got to believe that you are. You know what I mean? Nobody else is going to do it if you don't.
Now we've got to get you paid like a star.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation. My agent would agree. He would definitely agree. All right, moving on. Luis mentioned the invaluable support that he receives from Yankees fans. How important do you think the fan support that he's received has been in shaping his career just to start this rookie season, and especially considering the high-pressure environment of New York sports? How much has that mattered for him?
Well, I asked him what his favorite New York City things were, and he said, I don't get out too much. I'm more of a homebody. But to Luis Gil, there is nothing nothing like pitching for the New York Yankees, and he would dream about pitching in a World Series. And of course, he believes this team is capable of winning a World Series. Um, he is a fan favorite. He is a fan favorite. He appreciates the fan support, but he is able to focus his mound mentality, focus, focus, focus. That enables him to have the command that he now has that he didn't have when he was younger, in addition to that 100-mile-per-hour fastball, which we saw at Fenway Friday night. He didn't have his command on Friday night, but like all elite pitchers do, they worked through it. They toughed it out. He went 5 innings and enabled the Yankees to beat the Red Sox. And he also credits Garrett Cole, who has been an invaluable resource for him during this All-Star game journey. He belongs in the All-Star game. I don't think there's any question about that. And what a story. What a great story he's been, rising from a nobody, really. A nobody coming off Tommy John surgery to top of the heel. King of the heel.
I like that.
King of the heel.
I like that. See, that's what stars do. I like that. I like to play on words. They're king of the heel. Luis Gil having a tremendous season. Probably the front runner for AL Rookie of the Year. Also in the Cy Young conversation. Got to be impressed with what he's done. And if you're really impressed, check out Steve Serby's Q&A with Luis Gil. It is a good one with the star that Steve Serby is. And Steve, you're more of a star when you're not wearing your wife's glasses. I just want to give you some star advice. See, that's not star-like right there. That's not star-like. Nope. Nope. Not star-like. Because I don't want your vision to be messed up, man. Your vision's got to be clear. You can't have not clear vision. That's not good.
I'm trying to emulate Dexter Henry.
No.
Every chance I get.
Hey, Dexter Henry wears glasses that are prescribed for him. That's what he does. So if you want to emulate me, then follow that. How about that one then?
Well, look, have a happy Father's Day. Any special plans?
Well, I will be working, but I'll have a little time with my family and my daughter after that, so that'll be good. And Father's Day, I think, is always a time to spend time with your family and also respect on the time you've had with your father. So, I've taken time to do that as well, too.
Your daughter is how old?
She's 8 years old.
I want you to give her a message from me that tell her she's lucky to have a father like you.
Wow. Thank you. That's a blessing. I'm lucky to have a daughter like her and blessed to be a father in the journey of fatherhood. So no complaints about that. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Dex.